Hello, my ether friends. Welcome to my True North. This is the heart chakra meditation here today. We're going to get into the heart and just think of the heart as this most beautiful bridge between, let's say, that every other chakra below the heart has sort of been, if we're talking about the feet, and we're coming to the knees, then the knees is the bridge between the feet and your root chakra, and then the root is the bridge between the knees and so forth. But the heart is a bridge between the lower chakras altogether and the bridge between the upper chakras as well. So it's just somewhere in the middle, sort of connecting all the dots. Like if we don't have the heart or the heart chakra, like we don't exist. It's like it's just the most profound. It's just the most important. I keep saying that about every chakra, but it's the most important chakra. It really is. This chakra, if it's a little bit blocked or if it's off balance, you can really feel lonely. You can feel depressed. You can have anxiety. You probably have a little bit of trust issues. Like meeting someone and immediately like you need to check them out before you fully trust them. Like an open heart just immediately trusts everyone. You can feel like you hold a grudge for a long time. Like it's just really hard to forgive, like forgive yourself and forgive others. And so you can hold a grudge for a really long time. Let's see if there's something else here that I forgot. It's tough to feel emotions. It's tough to feel empathy. Like you have a lack of empathy. If someone really goes through something, you sort of question why that is like, okay, so why is that something to be bothered about? Like, it's really tough to feel emotions like that and feel empathy. It can also be tough to have just feelings around, like, there's certain people, and you know them, that are really empathetic, that if you're told, like, okay, so think of this thing and then feel what that would feel like. And it's like, if you have a little bit of a blocked heart, it's really hard to just all, like on cue, to just feel that. That could be a sign of a closed down heart as well. And as for physical symptoms, we want to keep an open heart, because the physical symptoms, it's basically like irregular heartbeats, it's low or high blood pressure, preferably low. If we want something, we want low blood pressure. But if we have an open heart, a really open heart chakra, it's right in the middle. It's exactly where it's supposed to be. You can feel really fatigued due to bad circulation. Like the fatigueness is a result of really bad circulation. That's both blood circulation and energy circulation throughout the entire body. That's not just for the heart. It's the whole body has low circulation, like bad circulation. What else? My little cheating. Right, low immune system. You easily get colds, flus, infections, like all of that. You can have like lung or heart issues, respiratory. We've seen that lately. I don't want to get into it, but we've seen that lately, like respiratory situations where like it's trouble breathing. Yeah, those are a couple of the things that we don't want. If we feel things around this, you could really start to focus on opening your heart, which we're doing here today. And then on the contrary, if we have an open heart, and you know, most people, I know I sound a little bit cynical when I say this, but most people have not entirely blocked hearts, but they have either I would just bet my heart that there's probably not one single person walking this earth with a complete open heart chakra, because that would basically mean that they can fly. Like we have so much, we've just scratched the surface to understand what the heart chakra and the heart itself is really capable of doing, of contributing with. But we are on our way. So I would say, like, you probably can't feel like, okay, so I probably know what it feels like to have a completely open heart, or I probably will feel like how it feels to have a completely blocked heart. If you have a completely blocked heart, you probably are having, you're in the hospital right now. And a completely open heart, it's really hard to sort of to feel like you even understand what that means, because probably most people don't have even come close to it. But we definitely have parts of our heart chakra being open, and what this will be more like probably for most people is the way to open it up, the way to really, really start to open this heart chakra up. And I think as a collective, that's exactly what we're doing right now. And if you like, I don't want to mention certain things, but if you notice, like in the past 2 years or so, there's been a lot of people that has trouble around the respiratory area, which then calls for an openness. Like we want to open, we want to feel free. And so this is an asking, this is like perfect timing to really start to work with the heart and start to open the heart chakra altogether. And things you might feel as it starts to open can be like little tinglings, like all throughout the body. The thing with the heart is not is just connected to just where the heart is located. Like if we're talking about the knees, not too much is going to be felt from the knees, like up in your head and etc. But the heart, like once the heart gets going and once the heart closes down, you're going to feel it everywhere. Like it's going to affect the entire body and probably even your energy body. So the opening of the heart chakra, you could start to feel tingling everywhere. Like it's just little tinglings all through the body. You're starting to just feel more and more emotion. You're starting to feel more empathy for people around you. Things click into place, like, oh my goodness, like I wish I was a little bit more sympathetic to that situation. I wish I would have understood that a little bit better and felt more feelings or emotions and felt more like I was there for someone. Like it can just be that you're starting to realize maybe what you haven't done in the past, but now you're realizing like that's so beautiful that you're now starting to really care for people. Feeling gratitude and appreciation is going to come so much more easily for you, just even for the smallest thing. You just feel gratitude. It's easy for you to start to feel empathy, to feel feelings, have emotions around things, easier to forgive. And this is, like I said, it might not just switch like that, and so all of a sudden you just forgive someone and forgive yourself, but it's going to be easier and easier, and like you're going to ease your way into this one, where you just open up and have an easier and easier time to really feel love for the people that really has hurt you, or feel love for yourself for the things that you really have screwed up in the past. And that's also the one thing, it's easier to live in the moment. If you're in your heart, if you have an open heart chakra, you don't have to sort of wave about, flail about, and hold grudges from the past. It's so much easier to live in the moment and just be here and now, very, very present. You will just start to overall feel more unconditional. Just come into your heart where you just feel love and you start to feel unconditional, which means that you don't hold someone to something. You don't like have an agenda. It's not like, and for yourself as well. If I do this, then I deserve that. No, you're deserving just by being born, and having an open heart chakra just means that like whatever you desire is yours to have, which is another thing. You will start to understand how much easier it is to attract, because when the heart chakra opens, you become such a magnet, like such a magnet for beautiful things. And so it's so easy for you to start to feel generous. Like you don't have to hold on to certain things because you're starting to open up the heart, becoming such a magnet. So you start to attract a lot of things into your life that you want. And so then that helps as well to just become more generous. But even if you don't have all that much, it's really easy for you to feel generous anyway. So it's a really, really beautiful thing. The heart, beat is really on point. No trouble breathing. You probably have more lung capacity. Like it's easier for you to breathe, whatever the weather, whatever the situation. It feels like everyone else catches a cold or catches the flu or whatever, but you just seem to not ever get it. You just don't get it. It's not like you don't get it, but you just don't receive you're just not a candidate for any viruses because it sort of passes you by. So those are a couple of things, a couple of signs that shows why it might be a little bit off balance, a couple of signs why you're starting to open it up. And there's probably going to be that one person who says, I have an open heart. Okay, good for you. I think we're getting there as a collective. This is exactly what we're aiming for right now. This is what we want to start to feel more compassion, more love. It's not a I'm this and you're that. I have an understanding of myself and for you. If I have an open heart, there's no separation. You just can't feel like this is us and that is you. It's just us. It's just am. It's the I am. Like it's just is. Okay. So we're gonna get into the meditation of this. You can, as usual, just skip this part and just get straight into the meditation. You might want to hear this a couple of times, what I've said now, so you can come back and listen to that. It's also interesting to come back, like when you've done this a week from now, to listen again. What was it that sort of spoke about? And do your own research. Like feel in your heart of hearts. What does it feel to have a blocked heart? What does it feel to have an open heart? Sit in meditation and find it out for yourself. Or just go online and find whatever you want to find there. But like it can be interesting to sort of return again and listen at the end of the week. Okay, so what was it? To see where are you at? So that you can then perhaps continue, especially with the heart. So even though we move on to the throat, for instance, you can maybe start in the morning with a heart meditation, and in the evening you do the throat. And then you do that for a week. And then if you still feel like I want to open my heart even more, and we move on to the third eye, you can start in the morning to the heart, and at night you can do the third eye, and so forth. Like this is not a quick fix. You don't open your heart in a week. I'm sorry to say that, but it's like this is a longer investment, and it's nothing wrong to spend 9 minutes every single day to just focus on that beautiful heart of yours, to just have it be more open. It helps you relax. It helps you to get more centered. It helps you to be here and now. It releases stress. It's just so many benefits of focusing on the heart for 9 minutes as you start your day. So that's a recommendation. Having not already been drinking your water, I urge you to stop the video right now and go have a little bit of water before we start this, so that energy has an easier time to travel through your body as we start the meditation. So welcome to the heart chakra meditation. So if you just sit somewhere where you can completely relax, where you just feel like you have your 9 minutes to yourself, there's no interruption, no one's going to enter into where you're sitting, your phone is off, just have that little moment for yourself. If you can't, then I suggest that you do it later. So just close your eyes and just sit comfortably. Start with a couple of breaths where you breathe in through your nose and just out through your mouth. Just sort of let go of the toxins. So just let go. Just in through your nose, and out through your mouth. And then one more time, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then you can just start to get into the deeper breathing. So you start to breathe in slowly through your nose, and then you hold, and then you breathe out slowly through your nose. So you start with in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just continue to breathe slowly, slowly, with your eyes closed, and relax your shoulders and start to focus on your heart chakra. Just feel like you go into the center of the heart. You continue to breathe slowly. Sort of let the body take over the breathing, but just slowly. And you focus on your heart simultaneously, and you're in the center of the heart. You're not to the left in the heart of hearts, you're in the middle of the heart chakra. And there you start to see this little disc, this little wheel, if you will, that turns preferably in a clockwise direction. And you just see it as a record that's just laying there playing and turning and swirling. And if you want to, you can see green color. Beautiful, beautiful green color. If there's another color that has already shown up for you, then choose that color. And then continue to breathe and relax your shoulders. And focus on your heart. And just feel the light, feel the love, feel the turning of the energy. It doesn't matter if it's really fast, really slow, or a little bit wobbly. Just look at it and you see how it turns. The energy there inside of your heart chakra, it just turns. And if it feels like there's a little bit of resistance here today, because we're in the heart, just as slowly as it wants to turn, let it turn. And if you can even fantasize that if you can have this normal speed of the heart, then allow for that speed to take place. And you can start to feel, as you continue to breathe, that this beautiful, beautiful record, this disc, this wheel, is starting to expand. It's starting to go outside of your body, and it continues out, and it becomes bigger and bigger. So you're about 3 meters outside of your physical body. That's about 10 feet about your physical body. And this big, beautiful disc is just swirling and turning. And you continue to breathe. It doesn't really matter how you have been breathing. It doesn't matter if you want to stick to the breathing and not think too much about the heart, because it's a little bit tough to do both. Because you know, your mind knows, your consciousness knows that it is the heart chakra that we're focusing on right now and this time around. But just continue to breathe and continue to focus on your heart. And just feel the warmth, feel the caressing of the energy, feel how you're so hold. And just continue this holding, continue to feel this holding, that this is actually your heart that is holding you. This big, big energy that has enough room for everyone, including yourself. And continue to breathe. Relax your shoulders. And this is the first time that we're going to expand this chakra even more. So as you're sitting, where you're sitting, continue to expand outside of the room that you're in, the house that you're in, the town that you're in, even the country that you're in. And so this goes fast. You don't have to think about this one. You don't have to understand it. You just have to do it. And through it all, you're just held. Like there's no danger here. This is the heart that expands outside of your country and even outside of this world, which means everything and everyone can exist within your heart chakra, including yourself. Whoever passes through here, it doesn't matter because it's love. So almost see yourself with this love light that is just expanding outside of your body, that you're this big beacon of light, this big beacon of love, where everything and everyone passes through. There's no judgment, there's no analyzing, there's nothing. It's just love. And continue to breathe. And just feel this love and start to shrink it down again. It doesn't mean that you don't feel love for the whole world. It doesn't mean that someone can't exist within inside of your energy field. It just means that you're taking control of your energy field. And so you're bringing it in. It's coming in from the outside of the world, the outside of the country. It's coming in with outside of the town, of the house that you're in, back into the room. And it's about 3 or 4 meters outside of yourself. It's a little bit more than 10 feet around you. And it just glows, and it's a sea of love. It might be green, it might be another beautiful color, and it just swirls around. And it's the most comforting feeling. It might be a little bit of a tingling going on inside of the whole body. As you open up, you will start to feel more compassionate, more empathy, more forgiving, more generous, more open. And we're doing a couple of breaths together. So breathe in on 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will let you go here, and you can just continue on by yourself for a couple of more minutes if you like. Or you can stop here because your 9 minutes is up. Thank you.